Hello, welcome to another reading from Active Parenting, the First 5 Years by Dr. Michael Popkin. We're going to start in Chapter 1 today. You and your child. Parents have a special job. Children are special people. If you are a parent, you have an important job, and since raising children usually involves caregivers as well, when we say parent in this book, we also mean all those you trust with your child's care as well. Your job as a parent or other caregiver is to protect your child in many aspects, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, psychologically. Your job as a parent or other caregiver is to protect your child. You also have a job to teach your child. A child cannot survive nor be his best by himself. He needs your help. A parent's number one job is to protect. That means making sure your kid has healthy food to eat, making sure you go to the doctor for checkups and immunizations, which are shots that protect them. Making sure your kid has a safe place to play. Making sure your child is always supervised by a responsible adult and never left alone anywhere, most especially in a car. And making sure your child is safe from abuse or neglect. So keeping your child safe and healthy is your first and primary job. We will talk more about how to do this in Chapter 2. That's weeks 3 and 4 when we get together. But there's more. How will your child grow up? Will she help others? Will she hurt others? Will she live a good life? Your job as a parent is so special. You can help your child be a responsible person who can take care of herself and others when she grows up. In other words, will your child thrive? Motto: the purpose of parenting, to protect and prepare our children to survive and to thrive in a kind of society in which they will live. The ideas in this book will help you. Remember, you are the parent. You get to decide how to guide your child. Listen to your heart and to your mind. We hope you will use some of the ideas in this book. Most parents find that, like jobs they work at, parenting is partly joy and partly a chore. Parts of it are a pleasure to do, and parts of it are just things that have to be done to get the job done right. Keeping a positive outlook can help. Knowing that the time you spend on both the joys and the chores parts will pay off for your lifetime, your child's lifetime, and for lifetimes, generations to come. Remember that you don't have to do it all by yourself. Children don't have to learn everything from a parent. They can learn from teachers, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, friends, or other caregivers. As you think about your parenting, do not worry so much about your mistakes. All parents make mistakes. The best thing we can do is learn from some mistakes. Do not blame yourself when you do make a mistake or get agitated. Think about what you can do better another time. This makes you an increasingly better and better parent for your child. Children are special people. We all know children are different from adults because they're smaller, they don't know as much as adults, and they do not talk the way adults talk. Children are different because they think differently than an adult. They do not always know what is dangerous. They need to play. This is how they learn. They need adults beside them to help them grow up well. Children are the same as adults in one important way. They have similar feelings: happiness, sadness, anger, and other emotions. Your child will change a lot in the first 5 years of her life. These changes happen in stages. If you understand some of the stages, you will understand your child better. This guide below explains the changes during each year. You have the birth, and then the age 1, first birthday, age 2, and as you talk with your child's healthcare practitioner, you will learn that often the first 2 years of a child are counted in months of age. You'll often hear someone say, my baby is 8 months old or 16 months old, up to 24 months. Then they have their 3rd birthday and their 4th birthday. This is why we call it active parenting first 5 years. We have given each of the 5 stages a name. We call birth to age 1 the baby stage. We call age 1 to the 2nd birthday the explorer stage. We call age 2 the boss stage. Some people have called it the terrible twos. My mother always referred to it as the teachable twos. Their minds are expanding so rapidly in the boss stage. And then 2 to birthday 3 is called the Powell stage, the friend Powell. And age 4 is the adventurer stage. Children are different in each stage, and at each stage they grow, develop, and learn. In fact, they cannot move on to the next stage until they learn certain things. Your job is to help your child learn these things and stages and grow. You want her to learn to grow without hurting herself, hurting other people, or hurting her environment. Remember, this is not a race. All children go through these stages in order, but they do go through them at different speeds. If you push to make a child go faster, you're more likely to cause problems than help them. Support, but do not rush a child's development. Age-appropriate behaviors. The idea behind the ages and stages is that certain behavior is normal or appropriate for certain ages, but not at another age. Here are 4 reasons why it's helpful to know what is normal behavior in the different stages. 1, it helps you understand your child's job at each age. Be aware of ages and stages helps you to understand that sometimes when you think your child is misbehaving, he may really just be trying to do his job for that age. For example, when your 2-year-old boss stage tells you, no, I don't want to. You don't have to take this personally. You don't have to make a huge ordeal out of it. You know he's just doing his job of learning and testing his power. Maybe your patience at the same time. It helps you not expect too much from a child too soon. On page 21, you'll see a chart listing ages and some of the milestones that children reach in each age. For example, a child is usually ready to be potty trained between ages 2 and 3 years old. You'll notice that this skill crosses 2 years' time because each child is different. Some children are ready to be potty trained at age 2, while others need to develop more muscle control and aren't ready until the age of 3. Don't think of these ages as absolute. Step 3, it helps you prevent more serious problems. Once you know the kinds of things your child will do at his age, you can anticipate problems. For example, once you know 1-year-olds like to explore, you'll expect your 1-year-old to explore everything you leave on the floor. Marbles, papers. Since he might put these in his mouth and choke on them, you will now know you must keep marbles off the floor. You will remember that babies like to put things into their mouth to learn about them and feel them and taste them. They start to explore as soon as they can scoot or crawl around. Step 4, it helps you provide a safe ways for your child to do her job and be ready to move on to the next stage. While you are trying not to expect too much from your child and you're trying to prevent problems, you still want to provide safe and acceptable ways for your child to do her job. Remember, this is how she learns. On page 11, a child with special needs tip. Some children have special needs that require some extra help going through these stages of development. If you notice that your child is not going through the stages like other children his age, ask your pediatrician about it. She can help you to decide if your child needs extra help, and if so, where to go to find it. Activity. At home, think of one strength. In the blanks below, write the name of each child you have and of anyone else who lives in your home, including your own name. Then write behind it one strength you see in each person you list. A song about ages and stages. Age 1. Birth to age 1, the baby stage. Your baby comes into the world all fresh and new. It's so exciting. It's so amazing and also so scary. Why? Because you are realizing that this little being depends on you and those you trust with him for his very survival. You are responsible for her in a way you may have never been for another human before. It is wise to feel a little scared at first. But you already know a lot about your job, and you will learn the rest. Pretty soon you will be so busy taking care of your newborn that you won't feel scared anymore, except for the healthy fear that all parents have for a child. Don't let go of that. It reminds you to watch out for anything that might hurt your child. Your baby may seem helpless when she's born, but she actually has some pretty good instincts. For example, she already knows how to breathe regularly, she already knows how to suck, and she can already poop. By the time she's 1 year old, chances are she will already know how to crawl, how to stand, how to walk, and maybe even say a few words. In fact, she will grow so fast that if you don't see her all day, you may notice when you arrive home that she's already changed a little bit. Even though your baby sleeps a lot, she is a very active learner. Whatever you give, whether it's food, love, smiles, or words, she will soak it up. But your baby does a lot more than that. Her tiny little brain is growing like crazy, making sense of all those sights, sounds, tastes, and feelings. The 5 senses. Even when she's just lying on her back, staring at the ceiling. Don't try to keep her busy all the time. Let her have time to do amazing brain work within. We do not fully understand all that is happening. Here are some tips to remember. Your baby depends on you for survival. It is up to you to provide food, clothing, shelter, and everything else she needs to be safe and healthy. She cannot do these things for herself. She is helpless to survive and thrive on her own. You will be sure to read the infant safety information that you find on page 53 of this parent guide. Your baby also needs love and nurturing affection from you. She will respond well to hugs, kisses, smiles, sweet talk, singing, reading, and other forms of nurturing, touch, and attention. Without these things, she may survive alive, but she will not thrive. Whenever you drive with your baby in the car, she must be in a safety seat. There are legal rules about safety seats that you need to be aware of and to follow closely. Be sure to read the information about safety seats we listed on page 52. You may ask your Pregnancy Care Center facilitator for a Bright Course link to a video that is very well done about infant safety seats and the current recommendations and how to get it safely installed into your vehicle. Everything is new to a baby. She uses her 5 senses to take it all in, watching, listening, smelling, tasting, cooing, reaching, touching. Pay attention to what your baby is interested in. She's showing you what she's ready to learn about. Crying is an infant's way of saying, "Pay attention." She's telling you that she needs something. So it is important that you go to her and try to figure out what the cry means. Babies whose cries are attended tend to cry less over the long haul. They learn to trust that you will be there when they need you. Give your baby lots of time and attention. Get down on her level. Look into her eyes and show her that you are paying attention. Respond when she coos, babbles, talks, or smiles. Babies love gentle movements like walking, rocking, and dancing. Often this has a calming effect on them, especially combined with soft talking or singing near their ear. Talk to your baby. Sing and play games. She will enjoy hearing stories, rhymes, and gentle games like peekaboo. A baby's growing brain takes in every word, inflection, and sound, helping to develop early language skills. Plus, the sound of your own voice is soothing to your baby. I'm going to take a break, and next time we meet, we'll talk about the explorer after a baby's first birthday.